Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 1st of April, Gary, and a pinch and a punch for the first day of the month.
Thanks so much for that, Philip. It's April Fool's Day today, Philip, of course, but there's no fools in real estate, are there,
I've
Phil?
got to tell you, the only fools in real estate, Gary, are the ones that are not buying real estate, that are sitting on their hands thinking, we'll just see where this market heads as the team at Gary, Peer & Associates smash out 15 out of 18 auctions, Gary, for an 83% clearance rate against an industry average of 69%. How good were we last weekend?
I think we should put those towers up just for a
up
moment
they
while
go,
we
Gary.
boast. That's a beautiful thing, isn't it, Phil? What a great weekend we had, but not only was it a good weekend in terms of clearances, there were some seriously competitive auctions out there, Philip. Kingston.
Gary, you'd just about call the boom on big time, wouldn't you, with some of the results we've had?
Monster, and that was following a weekend where we sold 14 out of 15 and the 15th since sold.
Correct.
So
correct.
15 of 18 is great. Let's review some of them, Phil, because we haven't got time to go through all of them, Philip.
Okay, but before we do that, Gary, I just want to talk about that weekend last weekend where we did sell 14 out of 15.
Why?
We sold we sold the 15th within 3 days of the auction.
Yeah.
And most viewers probably don't know that of the properties that we pass in, the great majority of those are sold within 2 to 3 weeks of the auction day. So, you know, the auction brings people to the table, Gary, whether we sell it under the hammer, before or shortly thereafter. The auction system is alive and well. But
in the words of Franco Cozzo, Philip, gun sale, everything must go.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd mention that. That's just stupid.
I liked him.
Anyway, I want to talk to you about two sales across the weekend, Gary, that make me smile because this really does talk about how the auction is a success, even when it fails.
Make sure that they're not undisclosed.
They're not, Gary. We had two sales. We had two auctions on Saturday at number 182 Balaclava Road.
We did.
We'll bring that up on screen quickly and then we'll take it down and shoot back to us.
They were brand new, weren't they?
They were brand new properties. We auctioned number 1 first. And we had put in a vendor bid there of 800. Got a bid of 810, passed it into those people who came up to 835. The vendor said, nope, not selling at that. Let's make an asking price of 859. So nothing happened there. We then auctioned 15 minutes later, unit number 4, where the crowd had dropped down by 50%, which left about 5 people at the auction. And we passed that one on a vendor bid of 840. Not a buyer not a buyer in sight. Reserve there was 899. So Raffy Joffy jumps on the phone Saturday afternoon, finds 2 buyers that had expressed interest in the properties, but went to other auctions. Neither of them were successful. He came back, sold number 1 at the full asking price of $859,000.
And it was worth it.
But he ended up having 2 people interested in number 4. Asking price of $899, and we sold it for $905,000.
Now that's a very unusual situation, and $899 would buy it. But when you have 2 people wanting to buy it, what else can you do, Philip? You've only got 1 to sell.
Absolutely.
At 92 Seymour Road, Philip, a beautiful home. The reserve was 150, and lo and behold, Philip, there was something like 5 or 6 bidders. I can't remember. There were so many. $1,315,000. Pretty good price for
that's
a semi-detached house.
$200,000 over the reserve.
You work that out in a minute.
Amazing, Gary. Corner of Narrawong Road and Bents.
That would be 18 Narrawong Road.
Great 2-storey townhouse there, Gary. We had a reserve there of, I think, around $1.1 million.
Yes, we did.
And we sold that for $1,275,000. Just extraordinary results.
28 Clarinda Street, Philip, was a beautiful home. We shot GPTV there last week, and that one was sold before auction. A strong offer at $1,515,000. 82 Tennyson Street, ELWOOD, Philip. The price is undisclosed, but that was a great result.
So, Gary, the price is undisclosed, but we did pass that property in and sold it after intense auction negotiations for approximately 14% higher than what we passed the property in at. So
you are a walking statistic.
No, but I think that's really interesting for vendors to know that when we pass properties in, not only are we great auctioneers, but we have tremendous negotiating abilities post an auction. And one of the things that we do at all of our auctions, viewers, is that we always have a big presence of Gary Peer & Associates team. We had 6 people, including you and me and Jeremy Rosens, Nikki Janover, Lamore. I think Yossi was also there.
The receptionist was there, the handyman, all there.
So the reality is when you have a big team, you're able to really grind out a post-auction negotiation. The vendor was thrilled.
You can think that might be a boast or just a point of difference that makes people who sell with us have an advantage.
It's a point of difference, Gary.
Okay. 21 Orong Crescent, Phil, was probably the best auction I did on the weekend because it went for so many hundreds of thousands over the reserve. But in respect of the buyer, I'm not going to say the price.
But I can say that I can say that it
No.
sold for $300,000
Over reserve.
over the reserve.
You could say that, and if you can't,
I mean,
you just did.
these are huge numbers, and this only happens when a market is gathering momentum. So once again, I plead to you viewers that are thinking of selling, come to the market now. There's so much heat in the market, doesn't always stay this hot.
15 Ellington Street, Caulfield South, talking about hot auctions, Phil.
Another hot auction, Gary.
Yes.
That was my 2:30 auction on Sunday. We had about, 150 people outside, most magnificent back garden and
Lovely.
alfresco area overlooking the pool. And we sold that. I'm not sure, probably again, the price is undisclosed.
Yeah.
I can say to you, we sold that for $360,000 over the reserve
That's
price.
massive, isn't it?
Massive.
The vendor's probably still drunk, Philip. I'd say they shouldn't be driving today
I've
because
got to
they'd be
tell
over the limit.
And I've got to tell you, that was my 2:30 auction on Sunday.
Yep.
I've done a 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, all smashed out of the park, all great results. I finished my day from rushing from Ellington Street to the MCG, the Coliseum. I love going to the MCG.
Yeah.
It is the most incredible place.
And aren't you proud of your demons?
And I went there to have some one-on-one bonding time with my elder son, Jacob, who's actually sitting here watching us film GPTV. So massive shout out to my son, Jacob, who has a long-suffering supporter of the Melbourne Football Club.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, what an anticlimax to my Sunday. I was pumped, I was excited, I was full of
score?
I was full of adrenaline.
What was the score?
And I saw Melbourne, I got to tell you, the under nines football club of any part of Melbourne could have beaten the Melbourne Football Club. I got to tell you, Demons, and I got to tell you, Paul Roos, you big premiership coach, you leader, you big talker on the AFL, what are you doing? The Demons are nothing short of shocking at the moment.
We are sponsors of two football teams, Philip, the St Kilda City Football Club and the Caulfield Bears Football Club. So perhaps together you can get the talent of both those teams and take them through and knock off the Demons and form a new team, Philip. Where are we?
We are at 8 Cadby Court in the heart of Caulfield.
Does it get any better than this house here?
An exclusive address. Now, one of my favourite architects is a fellow by the name of Nick Boschler, who has been responsible for some of Melbourne's most expensive and fabulous modernist houses.
Yes.
He's a friend of the owners and basically gave them a blueprint as to what to do and how to do it.
Yes.
And they have renovated, rebuilt this house. I've never seen anything like it.
Boschler inspired.
I am in love with this house.
Yep. And a bit of trivia, it was the former home of a very, very renowned pianist, Nehama Patkin, who actually lived here. There you go, Phil. Let's review this weekend's auctions quickly, Philip, because there's many of them. The first of our 20 auctions, Philip, starts
20 auctions again this weekend, Gary. Gee, we're
20.
busy. How good's that?
We start off at Roselea Street on Saturday. 5A Roselea Street, Caulfield South. Joel Sir very involved in that one. This is the most magnificent home, Philip. Right in the heart of Caulfield South, a great position there in Roselea Street, and it looks like this one is an affordable opportunity you can move straight into.
Gary, I'm auctioning at 11:30 on Saturday a fantastic parcel of land in Blencairn Avenue. Just runs off Hawthorne Road, round the corner from Einstein's, where I'll be having coffee to start with. 724 square metres of north-facing prime land, together with a very livable and renovatable Californian bungalow.
If you want a funky position on Saturday morning at 11:30, Philip, there's one right on the corner of St Kilda Road and Inkerman Street. How about this property? 206 at 109 Inkerman Street. Interesting property, Phil.
Oh, that's a great property. One of the brand new properties there, Gary. Great development of the old St Kilda Post Office.
Philip, Wellington Street's just around the corner at 11:30. I'm going to have the privilege of auctioning that. Celeste Court is on at 12:30. Jeremy Rosen's hopping up to auction that one-bedroom apartment, also affordable.
One bed, one bath, one car space, and walking distance from our office and the great little Alma Village.
24 Elizabeth Street, Brighton East, a wonderful location. I've had a look through this home, Philip. You've got the honours of auctioning it, and the family has been there for a long, long time. It's situated on a beautiful block of land. It's a very well kept home that you could move into, enjoy, improve, or perhaps
Saturday at 12:30. I've got the pleasure.
Perhaps even remove it and build your dream home, Philip. It's going to be priced accordingly. One at 132 Alexandra Street. Jeremy Rosen's auctions at 1:30. Tell us about that one.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and beautifully renovated from start to finish. That's a really good apartment.
Well, Samuel is going to be hopping up the road at Orong Road in St Kilda, East Phillip. A busy day in East St Kilda. That's at 1:30. Tell us about this affordable opportunity.
Apartment 8, 325 Orong Road, East St Kilda, gets auctioned at 1:30 on Saturday. 2 bedrooms, one bathroom, and that's in directly opposite our office, Gary, which means it's very easy to live in with the Alma Village, but also very easy to let.
Is it possible to buy a house, Phillip, in Elwood under $1 million? It may well be, and that opportunity could be in Scott Street in Elwood. Phillip, at number 19 Scott Street, you are auctioning that one for Lamore. That's going to be auctioned at 1:30 p.m. And what a fantastic street and address that is.
And I've got to tell you, Gary, one of the great strategies of opening our St Kilda office was to service the Elwood market, and we're doing some great business in Elwood.
Don't we love it there?
Yep, absolutely.
Brigg Street, Caulfield's a good address. Tell us about that.
Number 52 Brigg Street, 3 bedrooms, 1 car space, one bathroom, and that has got the most gorgeous facade and a fabulous floor plan. Move straight in or renovate at your leisure.
Saturday comes to a conclusion, Phillip, in Orong Road. We're back there again. We're going to be busy at Orong Road, aren't we? 323 Orong Road. Glenn Brick is handling that. Jeremy Rosen's auctioning. We've rented properties out in that block before, and it's a terrific block. They're very big apartments.
I really love that block because it's that blonde brick kind of 60s style. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. That's a winner.
In Bialaba Road at 10:30 a.m. I'm opening up Sunday, Phillip, in this terrific town residence. Tell us a little bit about it.
Unit number 2 at 63 to 65 Bialaba Road. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage for 2 cars. That is a really good address and a really good property.
One of the best streets in East St Kilda is Lansdowne Road, a very wide and leafy avenue. You have the honours at 10:30 a.m. of auctioning this home. Tell us a bit about it.
Picture postcard perfect is the way we would describe this facade.
Well, why don't you?
This is a big, glamorous home that you can move straight into. 5 bedrooms, big entertaining areas, a corner position, swimming pool for the summer months. That's a ripper of a home.
Dandenong Road, look at this beautiful old style apartment that Jeremy Roses is auctioning at 11:30, and tell us a little about it.
Well, that's 2 bedrooms, one bathroom, polished timber floorboards throughout, a gorgeous facade and a great position there, easy access to anywhere you want to go.
Now, Phil, I've been to this property a number of times, 2A Flowers Street in Caulfield South. This is probably one of the best townhouses in its price range that I've ever seen. It's so beautifully presented, it's very spacious, there's lovely leafy aspects upstairs, there's beautiful courtyards outside. This is a great opportunity.
Got real street presence too, Gary.
Yep.
3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage for 2 cars. And great spot, walking distance to another cafe I'm going to plug. Fress is just a winner for breakfast, and lunch I would walk just a little bit further down the road to Cafe Delish, where you will have one of the biggest schnitzels on the planet.
You sure will. You'll walk in there and you'll roll out, Phil. Flower Street, that's a beauty. If you're looking for a townhouse, doesn't get much better than that one. 12 Lockhart Street in central Caulfield. Phillip, Leor Samuel's been handling that, but you're going to be auctioning
I've got the honours because I love houses like this. I love the 60s. I'm in love with the 1960s because I was born in the 1960s.
You're a 60s, swinging 60s kind of guy,
This is a great house, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking for at least 2 cars. Cubic architecture, Gary. Cubic architecture is what it's all about, and it was invented in the 1960s in downtown Caulfield.
Sure was, Phil. At 174 Orong Road, you will see one of the finest town residents anywhere. This is a massive one, Phil, and you've got the pleasure of doing the auction. I've been very involved in this. It's going up on Sunday at 12:30 p.m.
Gary,
tell us a bit about this.
This has got great street presence, beautifully built. It's almost as brand new, really. 4 to 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage for 2 cars.
It runs along prestigious Merton Street, Phil.
And it's a house, really. It's beautiful.
Whilst Mr. Rosen's in Inkerman Street, tell us a bit about this one, though.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. That's a really good position and a great spot.
And affordable, Philip, probably sell in the 4s, I would say. We are going to be here at 1:30 in Cadby Court. Unfortunately, Philip, I'm doubled up and I can't be here with you. I would love to be, but I'm going to tune in to the result as soon as I know. But we've reviewed this home. We're looking forward to it.
I'm in love with this house, Gary. It is just stunning. And come on down, viewers, just to have a look at some really fabulous architecture.
I can't be here, sadly, Philip, because I'm going to be auctioning another terrific home just around the corner, also in Caulfield South at 1:30, and that is number 9 King Street, Caulfield South. Now, this is a fantastic family home. It's going to be, in my opinion, quite an affordable opportunity for somebody looking in South Caulfield. It's got a pool, it's got beautiful living areas, good accommodation, and
stunning.
again, Phil, it's in that absolutely cubic, as you would say, the cubic. Is that the term?
Cubic architecture, Gary.
Yeah,
cubic architecture.
Cubic architecture, Phil. So be there, number 9 King Street, 1:30.
We couldn't have asked for a better start to 2014. No. It's exciting times in real estate. I'm excited. I'm pumped.
Before you wind up, Philip, we did say on GPTV last week we would announce what happened in Hobart.
How quickly we move
so
on.
We do move on. So in Hobart, in Tasmania, in the Real Estate Institute Awards of Australia, Gary Peer and Associates were successful in winning the most innovative real estate agent in Australia. So if you want an innovative agent, you're not going to get one more innovative than us. We're very excited. It was a great thrill to be recognised nationally and to come up on the stage in front of all of the other representatives from all around Australia that were in that elite top 5 or 6 that got picked per category. So we're very excited.
And the
to have won
interest
that.
of being a little bit humble, we did enter 3 categories.
Yeah.
Didn't win the other 2 categories. We lost out to.
But we still got to be finalists to get there.
Lost out to a company in Canberra.
Yeah.
And we're
going to get you Canberra
No,
people.
we're going to come to Canberra. So if you're watching this, we're going to come to Canberra and see what you're doing. See,
exactly right.
See what ideas we can pinch from you and replicate and even make them better.
Exactly.
So
we can knock you off next
But I've
year.
got to tell you the funny part about it. It was this glamorous affair at Mona. It was a black tie event. We all looked just incredible. We looked dashing.
And they had the governor, Philip.
The governor
of Tasmania was there. You don't get to keep his company very
together
often.
with all of his cousins.
Yeah.
And I've got to tell you that the award that we got, all I can say is it's great. It was great to win the award, but it's laughable, the quality of the award.
It's a very sad looking little thing. Yeah.
Looks like something that my sons Jacob and Ben would have made in preschool for Father's Day. You know,
when they were bad at it.
When they said Father's Day, let's make something for Father's Day, and they give them some wood and some Perkins paste and some stick-on stuff.
Yeah, we'll show it. The Real Estate Institute of Australia needs to maybe reinvent their awards, but we were happy to win it anyway, Philip. So that's a nice way to finish
suffice to say that it's not on display at the front of our office.
No,
but
definitely
great to win. We've got a winning team.
Winners are grinners, Phil.
If you'd like our winning team to help you win, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching GPTV. We'll see you next week. I'm Philip Kingston.
I'm Gary
Have a
Peer.
fantastic
Bye
week.
now.